Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, before going on to our presentation, I would like to introduce our member of Group 24. Let me start to introduce myself, and it will be continued to my friends. My name is Rima Amaliyah Azzahra.
My name is Apriliani waliyyu Rahmah.
My name is Helmi Kurniawan.
My name is Muhammad Nihaya.
My name is Rifqi Adrianor.
And that's all our member of Group 24. So I have this person who's exhausted with all her assignment or her workload, and she cannot complete her assignment optimally or entirely because of she is exhausted. And then those things can lead to burnout. Burnout can be prevented by self-care. And with those stories, we can get a new question. Why is self-care essential? Before we get into why self-care is essential, we need to know about self-care first. What is self-care? The definition of self-care is the intentional practice of activities that work towards preserving the personal health and well-being of an individual. In this occasion, we will focus more on the mental aspects. Next presentation will be presented by my friend.
For many people, having daily activity is an important part of their daily life. It gives some people a sense of purpose and allow access to material goods and services that contribute to physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual self. Self-care can also include maintaining a well-being. But having an activity is not without some rise or negative consequence, particularly for emotional health. Burnout is defined by Fines and Maslow as a syndrome of physical and emotional equation involving the negative self-concept, negative attitude, and loss of concern and feeling for other people. Next slide. Three concepts most commonly referenced in relation to burnout are: one is emotional exhaustion characterized by tension and anxiety. Two, depersonalization manifests through cynicism and insensitivity. And three is low personal accomplishment exhibited by low productivity and incompetence. And my friend will continue with our next slide.
From the definition of self-care, we know that self-care is very important and must be carried out by an individual because it's related to burnout that individual may experience. This lack of self-care results to several factors such as 1. Emotional and bad temper. There are times when we are easily carried away by emotion when we are very tired, but physically and energetically. This is because we are unable to make rational decisions and have ability to control ourselves so that our rationally in carrying out action is taken over by the emotional part. Therefore, exhaustion has a big impact on an individual's emotional level and requires rest time to carry out self-care. 2. Stress and mental disturbance. The stress experienced by an individual is also a sign that he needs action to reduce the stress he has. Continuous stress can result to mental health disorder such as depression. It's very dangerous, right? So try to take time to relax yourself. 3. Impact on people around you. When we are stressed or emotional and we are on the public, of course, it has a big influence on the people around us. We could accidentally open and hurt them. and cause new problems. Instead of us getting better, we become worse because of new problems. Maybe that's all for this material. My friends will continue.
Now let's talk about simple ways to take care of ourselves for a happier and healthier life. Next slide, please. First thing first, let's pay attention to what our bodies and minds need. It's like a tuning into ourselves, understanding how we feel inside, help us deal with our emotion and wishes. Remember, we are not alone in this journey. Getting support from other friends and family is like having a strong foundation. It's like a teamwork. Next slide, please. To keep our minds and emotions in a good shape, it's important to set some personal boundaries, like knowing when to say no. And hey, getting enough sleep isn't just a nice thing. It's really important to our bodies and minds to stay strong. Next slide, please. Eating a balanced diet that fits our needs is another way to keep our bodies happy and healthy. Oh, and don't forget to move a bit. Exercise is like a superpower for making us feel energetic. So by doing these simple things, we can create a life that's strong, balanced, and full of good vibes. Next slide will be presented by my friends.
All right. Now I will continue the explanation of the material from my friend who previously discussed self-care strategies. This time, I will talk about understanding the essence of self-care. The first step in overcoming the negative effect of burnout or empathy fatigue is to acknowledge that it is happening. Next steps can be taken to address the symptoms of fatigue. Some suggestions include creating a self-care plan, connecting with others, setting boundaries, and maintaining basic needs like sleep. Other strategies include practicing mindfulness and engaging in art and nurturing spiritual life. Self-care steps can also be extended to the workplace, where practitioners can manage workload and seek fair recognition. Recent research on self-compassion confirmed in usefulness as a positive intervention response to emotionally draining work. Self-compassion involves emotional awareness with an attitude of care and acceptance of experience. It provides a non-judgmental approach to oneself, involve their basic concept, self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-compassion help replace harmful behavior with action that support well-being. In overcoming failures, it's important to learn, seek understanding, and see them as step toward goals. Next slide. According to the World Health Organization, self-care is an individual's ability to enhance health by preventing illness, taking care of health, and dealing with illness independently. Managing physical and mental health independently enables individuals to stay healthy, happy, and resilient in facing various challenges. Steps that can be taken overcoming failure include learning from it, identifying cause, evaluating different approaches, and making a plan to move forward without fear of failure. Next slide, my friend will close our presentation with the conclusion.
Okay, from all of my friends' explanation about self-care, the definition about self-care and stress, about the strategies, the essence, and we can come to a conclusion that we need self-care in our life to reduce excessive burnout, which can lead to stress, and in worst case, it can lead to depression. Self-care can be easily done. We can, getting enough sleep, exercising regularly. It's not always, it's not always hard to do that. We just need consistency. With this, we can understand ourselves more and have a high level of self-confidence. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching these videos and thank you for your attention to our presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.